Hello everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy VII. This is episode 16. Last time, we searched the whole world in search of Cloud. Tifa was going everywhere, chasing leads, talking to people about an island south called Mideel. And we found it, only to find Cloud wheelchair-bound and mentally so very far away. Tifa decided to remain by Cloud's side, so Sid has taken on the leadership position, and we had a couple of leads on huge materia. As Shinra has two plans currently, dealing with the northern crater, the barrier around the crater itself, shipping armaments to Midgar, taking all of the stuff away from Junon as well to ship it over to Midgar, and getting huge materia and sending that to Rocket Town because they want to ram Meteor with huge materia to blast it to pieces. So Shinra has two plans of action right now, and our group is very dismantled. We've got Tifa and Cloud out of the party, hanging out in Mideel, in no condition to fight for the cause, and the rest of our group are just kind of doing what we can desperately. So we're in possession of two pieces of huge materia. They got the other from Nibelheim, and there's one more located in the Underwater Reactor at Junon. So we're heading back to the group. We're going to check in with Cloud and Tifa and see how they're doing. Hey. It's tough being the leader. Cloud did a great job. Sheesh. Shall we go to Mideel to check on things? It's like, I don't want to be the leader anymore. I did 2 missions to get huge materia and I'm tired. Yo, want to see what Tifa and the gang are doing? Shinra stopped. Now we've got to be careful. I know Heidegger and his gang are plotting something. Say, Sid, I wonder how Tifa and Cloud are doing. You look really tired. Maybe you're ready to give up being the leader? Alright. Level 7 pilot in training. Let's go. We'll land here and we'll run into Mideel. Cloud's lovely run. Sid's lovely run. Whee! It's amazing he recovered. When they carried him here after they first discovered him, I thought for sure he was a goner. That boy must have one powerful guardian angel watching over him. So how is the boy? Poor kid. Sure got the worst of whatever it was. Sure hope he gets better soon. Right now is when he really needs to hold on and not give up. She's finally beginning to look a little tired. I hope she's alright. No change in his condition, yet she stays right by his side. It must be tough on her. If she keeps this up, she's gonna get sick. Well, anyhow, you all look a little terrible. Get some rest. A free rest. I'm sorry, but your friend's condition remains unchanged. You just have to be patient and wait this out. All of the NPCs can be walked into in this room, and it's like, stop. What? What number am I? It's no use. I don't understand a thing, Cloud. What should I do? What if you never recover for the rest of your life? Huh? Coming. They're coming. What did you say, Cloud? Damn, what the hell's going on? Oh no, it's what? What's going on out here? What's this? The Lifestream is gushing up from below the surface of the Earth. Damn, this is bad. Sid, what's wrong? Nothing. You and Cloud get inside quick. But Hey, don't worry about a thing. I ain't about to die that easily. Be careful. Okay, here I go. Watch this. For Shara. Oh, look at it. It's Ultima Weapon. Damn, that's fucking Weapon. Of all the times to show up. Having Ultima Weapon showing up. The explosions everywhere. The music. You hear the cries of the planet. Okay then, come on, you ass. Just fucking dive bombs into the ground. Incredible. We're in a forest environment, apparently. Okay. Probably should have taken the curse ring off of Sid. But I think we'll be okay, because you cannot defeat Ultima Weapon. It is a matter of survival. Ultima Beam. Ooh, that's not good. Sid was just about to do White Win too. Oh my god, did we just win? Oh my god. I thought we were just about to get wiped off the face of the earth. Sorry, Sid. The Dragoon died facing the dragon. Dragon gained. Good timing. We survived and we stole the curse ring. You fucker, you trying to escape? Need more of Sid's cursing in part 3 of the remake. For sure. Damn, man. Just a little bit more and I would have smashed him. And the Lifestream also appears to be normal. Damn, you gotta be kidding. This is bad. The main stream is kicking up. Something way bigger than that last one is on its way. No good. Get out of here. God damn it. Don't have time to worry about anyone other than yourself. Don't know when that stream will blow. Whoa. There's no time. Hurry. Tifa, Cloud, get out of there. Oh god, the tremors are getting worse. Wait a minute, Cloud. Doctor, shouldn't we move him somewhere? It might be safer to move to an open area. Don't you worry about a thing, Cloud. I'll see to it that I get you somewhere safe. No, the structure can't take it. Hurry! Yes. Wheel this boy out of here. Ready, Cloud? We're leaving now. The smoothest cutscene of all time. Look at Cloud's face. Whoa! Off he goes. That poor character model. Falling into the live stream for a second time for Cloud. Just a second dip into the live stream. Except with Tifa this time. Where am I? What's happening? Where's Cloud? Cloud, where are you? Huh? What? Who? Who is it? I can't hear. Wait a minute. I know nothing about that. No, it's not me. I never do anything like that. No, stop it. Stay back. Somebody help, please. Cloud, help me. Ah! Getting attacked by the planet. And now we prepare ourselves for one of the creepiest sequences. Just in terms of how this is presented to you is such a mind-blowing, like, what the fuck? Where am I? Cloud? What is it, Cloud? What is this? Is this the inside of your dreams, or is it your subconscious? You're searching, aren't you, Cloud? Searching for yourself. I can help too. We'll work together and try to get the real you back. But where do we start? It's like, look at this shit. This is crazy. So we find ourselves falling into the Lifestream with Cloud. And this environment is just so wacky because you've got there's parts of it that are Nibelheim environment. Parts of it that feel like weird City of the Ancients stuff. Part of it that feels like literally space, like different planets, multiple worlds. You've got what looks like nebula in the background. The way that this sequence here has such a strong tie to the remake trilogy, it's really well done. I cannot wait for this sequence in the remake because of how something similar has already been done, but now this is for Cloud. We've got the well, we've got the entrance to Nibelheim, and we've got a bedroom window. I feel like we should start where it began, at the entrance to Nibelheim. The gates of Nibelheim. 5 years ago, Sephiroth passed through these gates, and that's how it all started. It connects to Nibelheim. That's right, it's probably best to start from there. Let's go have a look, Cloud. I know it's not easy. I'll be here for you. Nice transition to that background. This music is so creepy when it comes into trying to seep through Cloud's subconscious and quite literally piece this man back together again to find the truth. Cloud, look. Here's the well. And that's Gramps' inn too. The only truck in town. It's been here since we were little kids, right? This is the Nibelheim you remember, right? It's the same as my Nibelheim. That's why this is our Nibelheim. "5 years ago, 2 men from Soldier came. Sephiroth and a young and vibrant soldier. Can you tell me again what happened?" How does it feel? 5 years ago, I saw the real Sephiroth for the very first time. It's your first time back to your hometown in a long time, right? So how does it feel? I wouldn't know because I don't have a hometown. How about your parents? So this is the great Sephiroth. My mother is Genova. She died right after she gave birth to me. My father. But to tell the truth, I thought he was very cold. What does it matter? Alright, let's go. I remember a foreboding about him. I've picked the wrong sword that Cloud's been equipped with. He doesn't get to have his Buster Sword. No, Cloud. I've been hiding it for some time, afraid that if I told you something terrible might happen. But I'm not gonna hide anything anymore. You weren't here. Cloud did not come to Nibelheim 5 years ago. I waited, but Cloud never came. The two that were ordered here were Sephiroth and another person. Alright, let's go. You mean that member of Soldier who came with Sephiroth wasn't Cloud? There's nothing I can say. You must find the answer yourself. If you can't, then... take your time, Cloud. Slowly. Little by little, okay? So we have to give Cloud these truths and let him know what's actually real and what's not, because he knows things that he shouldn't. He doesn't know things that he should. He's completely spread out all over the place. Sephiroth is telling him one thing. Hojo's reaffirming those things and being like, wow, you're this failed clone, this failed experiment. Everything that's going on is reinforcing that he's this like messed up little laboratory experiment. And that he's not even the real Cloud, and the real Cloud doesn't exist anymore. And this Cloud was just made up of Tifa's memories because of the Genova cells. We'll go for the well, which I think this might end up being the promise that was made as kids, maybe? If I remember correctly. That starry night at the well, and our promises. What if the memory was all just a lie? Something that really backs up the, these are the fake memories and they come from Tifa because of the Genova cells and this isn't the real Cloud. That seed is planted all the way at the beginning of this game, because you have the moment where Tifa and Cloud come together and Tifa's going, you forgot the promise. And Cloud has an opportunity to respond in regards to that. And it's just like, you have the option to say sorry, or be like, how can you say that? And then Tifa can sort of respond with the, so you did forget. And then it's like, remember, it was 7 years ago, it was at the well, and they have this sort of the flashback and they do the promise and the thing, and then it comes back. And you sort of have this thing where Tifa is jogging Cloud's memory on this thing because he's so mentally broken and not quite put together correctly. So there's a lot of that unreliable narrator thing from Cloud's perspective when he gives the calm flashback, and there's holes in that story. But it starts much earlier than that in regards to Tifa being like, don't you remember? You know? Don't hurry, Cloud. Don't answer too quickly. Just keep checking all those small emotions and it'll come back slowly, little by little. Right? Like the sky that night. The heavens were filled with stars. the beginning, okay? It's one of the most beautiful backgrounds. I love this night sky. Try and remember, Cloud. I was wearing these clothes. That's you too. You were so small then. 14-year-old Cloud. When I played this game as a kid, I thought that these were like tiny children, not teenagers. Because Cloud's character model was so small that I thought he was like 8 years old. And cute. Sephiroth once said, Cloud made up his memories by listening to my stories. Did you imagine this sky? No, you remembered it. That night the stars were gorgeous. It was just Cloud and I. We talked at the well. That's why I kept thinking you were the real Cloud. I still believe you're the Cloud from Nibelheim. But you don't believe in yourself. These memories aren't enough. Cloud, what about your other memories? No, not memories. A memory is something that is consciously recalled, right? That's why sometimes it can be mistaken or wrong. It's different from a memory locked deep within your heart. That's why it must be a fake. If he could recall up that memory. That's it. What about some memory that has to do with me? If I say something, you can't remember it. But if you say something and I remember it too, then we'll know that's a memory. Talk to me about anything. Some important memory to you. Now that you mention it, why did you want to join Soldier in the first place? I always thought it was a sudden decision. I was devastated. I wanted to be noticed. I thought if I got stronger, someone would notice. Someone to notice you. Who? Who? You know who. You. That's who. You. Me? Why? Tifa, did you forget about those days? Look, I'm sorry, but what are you talking about? No, it's alright. You were having a hard time back then. You were so busy with your own things, it's only natural you don't remember me then. Then? It's important to me. I hate to say it, but it's a very important memory. Do you want to see it? So, young Cloud, little baby childhood Cloud, is leading Tifa through Cloud's own memories that Tifa is not sure about anymore. Now, something that's very important about this, and it's also irresistible for me to talk about at this point, is we're going to say Final Fantasy VII Rebirth spoilers once again. And then when I wave my hands on screen, you can stop plugging your ears, okay? In Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, we get this exact half of this scene already. We have Tifa falling into the Lifestream after Cloud attacks her with that sort of Sephiroth possession. And she falls into the Lifestream, she witnesses this whole battle for the planet, but she also has a very similar scene like this, where she has like the three memories of Tifa, and she starts going through this thing and realizing certain truths about her childhood that she couldn't remember that Cloud could, and they sort of clear that up between each other, of like Cloud being like, I know things that I shouldn't, and I don't know things that I should, and helps sort of Tifa remember her foggy childhood things about what was going on with Cloud and the other kids and all of that kind of thing, and the accident that takes place. So this is a really interesting part of the game in the original, but Rebirth and then I guess part 3 of the remake will handle this differently, because we're doing Cloud's here, trying to piece him together, while also helping Tifa out at the same time. Rebirth has given us a bit of it early, so I don't know if they're going to just retread it or do something a little bit different. Well, they'll definitely do something a little bit different for part 3 of the remake. But it is really interesting that we've seen just a piece of this already from Tifa's perspective, not Cloud. There we go. There's no more Rebirth spoilers. Come on, hurry. A sealed up, secret wish. Tender memories no one can ever know. But now we can, because young childhood Cloud is taking us through. Do you know where this window goes to, Tifa? Fine, I'll go. That's right. It's Tifa's bedroom window. My room. It was my first time there. Was it? I only used to look up at it from outside. Hey, look! Cloud's coming. You think he wants to come in? Was that the first day you came into my room? That's right. We lived next to each other. This is our first time seeing this specific unique angle of Tifa's bedroom, which is very cool. But I really didn't know you that well. I've known you since we were children and always thought we were close. Now that you mention it, I don't recall you ever being in my room. Tifa always used to have her own group. That's right. I thought they were all stupid. What? You were all childish, laughing at every little stupid thing. But we were children then. I know. I was the stupid one. I really wanted to play with everyone, but you never let me in the group. And later, I started thinking I was different. That I was different from those immature kids. That then, maybe, just maybe, they would invite me in. I thought that might happen, so I hung around. I was so prejudiced and weak. That night, I asked Tifa to come out to the well. I thought to myself Tifa would never come, that she hated me. It was so sudden, I was a bit surprised. But it's true we weren't that close, but after you left town, I really thought about you a lot. I used to wonder how Cloud was doing. I wondered if you were able to get into Soldier. I started reading the newspapers thinking I might see an article about you. Thanks, Tifa. Tell him what you told me later. He'll probably be so happy. Okay. Huh? What happened on this day? Was it a special day? This was the day... Tifa's mother. The day Mum died. I want to see Mum. I wonder if there's anything beyond that mountain. Mount Nibel is scary. Many people have died there. No one crosses that mountain alive. How about those that died? Did Mama pass through the mountains? I'm going. I don't remember the path I walked. Tifa missed her step. I ran to her, but didn't make it in time. We both fell off the cliff. Back then, only scarred my knees, but... Cloud, why'd you bring Tifa to a place like this? What the hell's the matter with you? What if she dies? Tifa was in a coma for 7 days. We all thought she wouldn't make it. If only I could have saved her. I was so angry at myself, my weakness. Ever since then, I felt Tifa blamed me. I went out of control and get into fights with anyone. And that was the first time I heard about Sephiroth. I thought if I was strong like Sephiroth, then... if I could just get stronger, then even Tifa would have to notice me. So that was it. Sorry, Cloud. If I'd only remembered more clearly what had happened, I could have done something sooner. It's not your fault, Tifa. But I remember back when we were 8. That's it, now I know. You weren't created 5 years ago. My childhood memories weren't all made up. Hang in there, Cloud, just a little longer. You've almost found the real you. Let's go back to Nibelheim again. Here we go. We are piecing together Cloud now with that missing piece that went into treasured memories that no one can ever know. This absolute tragic childhood of Cloud where he was so isolated and feeling so withdrawn and depressed and just wanting to be part of something, but like lashing out. Going after Tifa out of concern while all of the other friends turned their backs and left. And then Cloud gets blamed for something that Tifa pushed herself to do out of grief. And then that just caused things to spiral even worse, and Cloud goes out of desperation. He leaves to try and be noticed, and he's in this very mentally and physically fragile state, and you begin to see how he could be so easily susceptible to all of these things that have happened, even when Genova cells and all of that come into the mix. He's so susceptible to all of it instead of being able to handle that. Back to Nibelheim. The truth is right there. We almost have the answer in the palm of our hands. Cloud, wait. Where are you going? The reactor? To the reactor, the marker reactor of 5 years ago. I love this sequence so much in this game because it's so important to both Tifa and Cloud. Here we go. Tifa getting sliced in half, of course. Who's that? This is another really interesting part of the original Final Fantasy VII, obviously, is at this point, this is obviously the first game that releases this is Final Fantasy VII. Nobody knows who Zack is. Nobody knows Crisis Core. Nobody knows any of this shit. So this is so special. Obviously now when they do like a remake trilogy, they're like, everyone knows who Zack is. Some people even know who Zack is more than Cloud because they've played Crisis Core, but not others. Like, I know people that have only played Crisis Core. They were introduced to Final Fantasy VII through Crisis Core. Zack is such a big, prominent Final Fantasy character, even showing up in a Kingdom Hearts game as well. Like, it's that same sort of thing. So this mystery surrounding this character, they decided to do something different with the remake trilogy. Of course, by the end of Final Fantasy VII Remake, we see the recreation of the Crisis Core ending, but different. And obviously that is continuing to be expanded upon. But you're like, who's this black-haired, mysterious, vibrant soldier character? With the Buster Sword on his back, inverted. Hey, it's Cloud. Zack. You remembered. Zack. Where have we heard that name before? Where have we heard that name before? When we went to Gongaga, and if you have Aerith and Tifa in your party and you go to a specific house, there are these parents asking if you know someone called Zack. And Aerith and Tifa respond to this, but they don't tell Cloud why. And Aerith used to date someone who was in Soldier First Class, just like Cloud. And Tifa witnessed Zack come to Nibelheim 5 years ago. It was Zack who came to Nibelheim with Sephiroth, that's right. Then, where were you, Cloud? Cloud, did you see it all? I saw everything. Here it is. Who are you? Mom, Tifa, my town. Give it back. I had so much respect for you. I admired you. Cloud? That's what happened. You were there. You were watching me. Yeah, I remember. So it was you. I love this element of Cloud being the one being like, nah. Hey Cloud, you're feeling sick. Yeah. Yeah, this is me. The text box are moving automatically now. I never made it as a member of Soldier. I even left my hometown telling everyone I was going to join, but I was so embarrassed. I didn't want to see anybody. He sees Tifa and puts the helmet back on. It's amazing to see the truth of it. How does it feel? And Sephiroth is looking at Cloud. It's your first time back to your hometown in a long time, right? Just that small minor difference of Sephiroth looking at him. He was right outside of the house. You came. You kept your promise. So you really did come when I was in trouble. Sorry, I didn't get there sooner. It's alright, Cloud. Just like you. The head of Genova, Sephiroth, like currently possessing a Buster Sword-sized wound in his gut. Such an incredible little shot there. Cloud, kill Sephiroth. Sephiroth! Don't push it. It can't be. Truth of what happened 5 years ago. It's pretty major. That's pretty major. That whole sequence is so special because you have the revelation of Cloud went to Midgar. He made it. He got into Shinra, but he was a Shinra soldier. He never made it into the elite soldier program. Always watching, protecting, and watching over Tifa. And then being the one to be like, no, you can't come through here. I always find that little shot so funny, knowing that now, that that's Cloud. And the revelation that Cloud, as this adrenaline, rage, sadness-filled human being, real boy, runs in with Zack's Buster Sword and impales Sephiroth, weakening him, like, tremendously. And he's the reason why Genova is headless. Sephiroth's taking the head, at least. And so Sephiroth tries to stop Cloud once again, impaling him back with his sword. But Sephiroth is in this weakened state where he's not really able to deal with Cloud fully. Cloud shakes him off, throws him down, and he falls into the Lifestream along with Genova's head. Now, and we see, obviously, that Sephiroth ended up washing away to the northern crater, and he was encased in that thing in, like, chrysalis, but only, like, the top half of him, because that Buster Sword wound cut Sephiroth in half eventually. Like, he was basically bisected. So there's only half of Sephiroth's upper torso that remained and has been given the black materia. That's why later on in this game specifically, when you go up against the final Sephiroth bosses, you'll notice that it's a torso with different lower regions because he's only an upper body. It's incredible. But it's such a beautiful revelation. I love this part of the game so much. Finally being able to see the Nibelheim element of the story clearly, because in the calm sequence where Cloud's talking about it, you get like the flashes where they like face each other off, and then Cloud's like, that's all I can remember. Me and Sephiroth had some sort of flash event. But that was actually Zack and Cloud. Sorry, Zack and Sephiroth. Incredible stuff. Cloud. Then this is goodbye, Tifa. Until we meet again. Time to repair Cloud's brain. mental illness cured. Cloud. Tifa. Oh, Cloud, it's really you, isn't it? Yeah, Tifa. We finally meet again. You stupid jerk, you had us all worried sick. Ugh. Cloud, are you alright? Voice. There. I see, we're in the Lifestream, aren't we? Everyone's waiting. Let's go back, Cloud. Back to everyone. Yeah, I guess so. Come on, Tifa. Let's go home. I definitely have some thoughts and feelings about how this sequence might go in the part 3 of the remake, for sure. Especially with what we know that's been established in Rebirth. Yo, you alright? Tifa! Barrett, you came back. Cloud, where is he? Don't worry about him. He's a tough one. Barrett, when I was in the Lifestream, I saw the real Cloud. I mean, I didn't really find him, Cloud. He found himself. Alright, I know. I shouldn't have doubted. But I can't win against you. You're some kind of lady. People have so many things pent up inside of themselves. So many things they can never forget. Strange, isn't it? Yo, Tifa, snap out of it. Tifa! He's back. He can form sentences. Everyone, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. Don't say anything, Cloud. All you've been doing is apologizing. I never was in Soldier. I made up the story about what happened 5 years ago and my being in Soldier. I left my village looking for glory, but never made it into Soldier. I was so ashamed of being so weak. Then I heard this story from my friend Zach, and I created an illusion of myself made up of what I had seen in my life, and I continued to play the charade as if it were true. Illusion, huh? Pretty damn strong for an illusion. Physically, I'm built like someone in Soldier. Hojo's plan to clone Sephiroth wasn't that difficult. It was just the same procedure they use when creating members of Soldier. You see, someone in Soldier isn't simply exposed to Marco energy, their bodies are actually injected with Genova cells. For better or worse, only the strong can enter Soldier. It has nothing to do with the Genova reunion, but weak people, like me, get lost in the whole thing. The combination of Genova cells, Sephiroth's strong will, and my own weakness are what created me. Everyone knew that. I'm Cloud. The master of my own illusionary world. But I can't remain trapped in an illusion anymore. I'm going to live my life without pretending. You're sure messed up, Cloud. Why does Tifa say that, bro? That means he ain't no different from before. By the way, Cloud, what are you going to do now? Don't tell me you're going to leave the ship. I'm the reason why Meteor is falling towards us. That's why I have to do everything in my power to fight this thing. Good. Then you're going to keep fighting to save the planet? It's like you always told me, Barrett. His little turn away, he's like, yeah. Oh, you mean that? What? I don't understand. There ain't no getting off of this train. There ain't no getting off of this train. There ain't no getting off of this train. Fucking light-hearted party coming together celebrating moment. It's so good. Cloud returns to the party and they have their leader back and they have their sort of resolve to fight and go up against Meteor with everything that they can. Oh, Cloud. Cloud, I was so deeply moved by your story. I'm really a weak person, and so I could really understand how you feel, Cloud. No one knows when the fighting will begin, but let's get ready. And there you go. We have the full party. We're going to have Cloud, Tifa, and we'll also have Barrett. We'll stick with the OG for now, thematically, as Cloud returns with the group. Listen, Cloud, we're right in the middle of the mission for the huge materia, right? I know this is kind of out of the blue, but Junon has an underwater reactor, and as far as I can see, that's the only one left. That's that. Let's go. Square a go, like. So yeah, by the way, we're on this mission. Come on, Cloud, don't fuck around. We're going to Junon. Let's do our best, Cloud. I know how tough it is being a leader, because I've been one. I always forget who has what materia. Yep, there you go. I gotta redo everyone's materia. I'm glad you're back with us. Escape from a world of illusions. I wonder which is better. There you go. The Cloud, the master of his own illusionary world. So we finally get the truth. And it does tie in with, with Soldier and the Genova cells, and that ties in with the reunion, with the cellular degradation as well. This is kind of sudden, but shouldn't we get to Junon? Oh, no! Sorry, I'm in the middle of a very delicate operation. I'm going to talk to Yuffie as well. Huh? How would you even know? You don't know how tough it is getting sick on boats and rides, so please, just leave me alone. I really do understand, Yuffie. When I get sick on a flight, it's a real killer. When I was in Soldier, I completely forgot about my motion sickness. Oh. Isn't there any way to prevent this? Well, according to my research, first off, if you're nervous a lot, you won't get sick. But you can't always be nervous. With this much space, your best bet is to move around while you're riding. It also might be a good idea to stretch sometimes too. But in Soldier, we spent a lot of time in trucks. That sucked. And there's one thing you mustn't do when riding, and that is read. Once you get sick, there's nothing anyone can do. I know it's tough. So you're a little better off than me, but I don't feel, well... That interaction is very important, and this part of the story is so important as well, because the way that the mainstream media views Cloud as a character and Cloud as a person is very, very different depending on what people are exposed to about Cloud as a character, because a lot of people are like, they ruined him and they made him like this mopey emo guy, and like they didn't. and the parts of him that are mopey and emo are for a reason that is explained so very clearly, Up until this very point, the Cloud that we have been playing with, the whole Cloud personality, has been Zack. He's been taking on the form of this, like, tough guy, gotta get it done soldier, but without the vibrant, like, yeah, Zack Fair bravado. He has been confused, and a bit broken and a bit mentally scattered and all over the place. He's constantly having these like little freakouts that were building up more and more until we witnessed the absolute complete break because of Sephiroth pushing this on him with the whole, you're a puppet. And he's very susceptible to that manipulation because of the Genova cells. And we see that. So he's not all right up in the head, so he still has those moments of that shine through of being a goofball, which is really, really good because he is. And then as soon as you get to this part where the real Cloud comes out and he remembers who he is and what's going on, his personality changes. It picks up. He's a lot more of like, come on everyone, let's mosey. Like he's a fucking idiot. And that's Cloud. But then Cloud has the storyline where he fucking literally gets given a life-threatening disease of geostigma in Advent Children, and that's enough to depress and isolate anyone. So when everyone's like, is it emo? I'm like, yeah, he's dying. He didn't just, like, magically get better. But yeah, the whole emo Cloud thing is like, it's nuanced. There's a lot going on there, and this is a very traumatized character, and there's a lot of mental illness similarities with Cloud, especially deep-rooted childhood trauma that you see manifest in his adult years. And I say adult years, the boy's only 21, you know? Like, he's only been in his adult years for a few years. And something that is always another thing to remind yourself of in games like this is a lot of the protagonists are actually quite young, and it feels really strange to age out these characters that I grew up with, that I've been playing as Cloud since I was like, you know, around 4 or 5 years old, and I grew to Cloud's age and beyond it. And I'm approaching Barrett's age now instead. And you've got Barrett and Sid. And everyone thinks Sid's a grumpy old man. Sid's 32. Barrett's 35. Barrett's the oldest party member here. Sid gives you the vibe of grumpy space grandpa, for sure. He is younger than Barrett, okay? And while Nanaki is, like, much older, he's the equivalent of being a teenager. He's, like, 16. I can't remember Vincent's age, actually. I can't remember how old Vincent is. He actually might be... I don't know if he's even the oldest. I need to know Vincent's age because we're talking about it. Vincent is 27. So Vincent is... he's 27. So he goes in his little nap time and becomes an emo vampire. But even then, he's in his... late 20s. So I'm closer to Vincent right now. So you've got a mixture of ages. You've got Cloud, Tifa, and Aerith, which are all around the same age. Barrett, who's the oldest, and then you've got Sid. So you've got 2 in your 30s, you've got 3 in the early 20s, 1 in late 20s, a teenager in the form of Red 13, and Reeve, who's, I don't know how old Reeve is, actually. Reeve Tuesti. I want to say he'd be in his late 30s, or even 40s. Apparently, he's a mixture. He's got 2 ages according to different sources for some reason. Apparently, he's 35, but another source states that he's 28. So there might be a mixture of a canon age and a compilation of 7 age, where it might be a little bit different. But he's in that sort of bracket as well, which makes sense. But yeah, Cloud's still figuring out his life. He doesn't even have a fully formed, fully developed frontal lobe. Neither does Tifa. You know, they're still just kind of figuring things out while they have to be the heroes of the story to take on Sephiroth and Mideel and all of that lovely fun stuff, you know? It's wild. Got our learner pilot, level 8. He keeps leveling up. And we can go to Junon. And as you can see here, Mideel is not looking good. Bit of a hole in the ground. So this is the destruction of Mideel. Ahoy! This is Mideel. As you can see, this used to be a quiet hot springs town. Everything's gone now, but in a way I'm kind of glad. Everything's cleaned out. Feels better this way. Hey, you feeling all better now? That's good. Real good. Now don't overdo yourself like that again, here. Isn't the Lifestream a strange thing? When I die, I wonder if I'll float along in the middle of a warm, gentle stream like this. Welcome. We always welcome cash. What can I do for you today? Wow. Not much. I'm sorry. Our stock isn't so great now, but that's just the way it is here. If you're looking for other items, why don't you check out the other stores? Oh great, I've got to find another job. I guess I might as well make my side job as an accessory seller into my regular job. Well, since you're already here, why don't you buy something to take back with you? So we've got an accessory shop now with some lovely things. You can get yourself a bolt ring. Also get yourself the amulet for luck 10, if you wish. I'll grab that. Thank you. Stop by again. Have you seen my husband? He disappeared during the big earthquake and I haven't seen him since. I thought he'd be in the store. You don't think he got through that door and went to another country on the other side, do you? That's all just a dream. That could never really happen. The door that was not real but painted over. Welcome. Just what you need at a time like this. A shop of rest and relaxation. What do you want? The interior shop with nothing. Thank you. We don't have many goods, but you come again, please. But you come again, please. And then, if we actually go up here, because you can actually miss this unless you do this. Oh, hang on. I don't have that on a hotkey. I don't have the Cloud getting the arrow over his head key pressed. Right. But you can actually go up here, and you can actually see that the doctor and the first aid lady survived. That little first aid symbol. The doctor and the nurse have survived. This chocobo looks like he's older now. He's grown bigger. Welcome, it's here. The day's finally come. Your day to shop. Do we have items and weapons? Well, I should say so, and here's a bargain. What would you say to 50% off everything? Just kidding. Even I wouldn't do something like that. Now, what can I do for you today? So, the crazy shopping woman that went wild and bought everything before Mideel went belly up actually is in possession of all of the previous gear from all the other shops because she bought them all. So she bought everything. So if you want to buy it, you can get it from here. I do want this crystal sword, so I'm going to need to buy that. Alright, there we go. Sold a few ethers. One thing that really annoys me about Final Fantasy VII is the complete lack of prices given to items that you have. You're like, oh, maybe I'll sell an elixir. That'll sell for a decent amount of gil. Oh, it sells for 1 gil? Oh, weird. Maybe I'll sell a mega elixir, surely. Oh, 1. Okay. Maybe X potion? Oh, that sells for 1? Okay, weird. Hyper, 50. Okay, that makes sense. Remedy, 500. Okay, cool. Hero drink. Oh, 1. Okay. Vaccine? Oh, 1. That's weird. What about an ice crystal? 1. What about Swift Bolt? 400. So it uses Ice 3 on all opponents. It sells for 1. Uses Fire 3 on all opponents, sells for 400. Bolt 2, 1. Bolt 3, 400. Like, I don't know what they did when they thought about selling items in this game, but they didn't think it through in terms of the prices. And then obviously you can only sell materia that's in progress or mastered for gil. You want to get it to a mastered state to get the big bucks. Keep mastering your all materia, and you can sell that for 1.4 million, which is very nice. That crystal sword for Cloud. And in terms of materia, has those for you. So she took everything. You probably don't remember, but you know that girl that watched over you for so long when you were sick? You better be good to her. If you don't, you'll be sorry, believe me. Well, anyhow, you look terrible. Rest up a while. rest on these random floorboards. I'm sure it'll be a comfy sleep. You! How did you get over your Marco poisoning? It's absolutely amazing. I'm so glad for you. Looks like your friend's wishes came true. You can see for yourself what things are like, but at least no one was seriously hurt. We're just very unhappy now. There you go. We can leave Chocobo Music Land with some new gear, and I can re-equip our team with some new stuff. Alright, team has been outfitted. Cloud is wearing the crystal sword on the back, and we can leave Mideel. Sword in action. There you go. The only thing that I kind of wish that they could change a little bit with the having the sword on the back that's visible on the character models is not having the handle of the blade going through the back of Cloud's head, but it's because when he runs, he kind of angles his body forward but puts his head back, so his head just goes straight over it. I don't know how you can really fix that. It's just something that you got to accept if you want to have the sword on Cloud's back, which I do. Alright, we venture forth. So, we have Cloud now. And Tifa's back. So we've got the full party together. Except for Aerith, of course, sadly. And one of the first things that we're going to do here is lovely and optional. And we're going to head to the Bone Village. You have to wait until you have Cloud back in your party for this one. So go back to the Bone Village and we're like, hey, give me some treasure, please. You'll set some stuff in here, and then hopefully they'll look at the right place, but we're gonna dig here anyway. Order a search. Ignite the bomb. Where are they looking? They're looking up that way. I don't care. Don't look there, guys. We're going to go here. Hopefully I can disregard them looking in the other direction. Oh, we got a potion. Alright, maybe I have to go exactly where they want me to. It's been a while. I know that that's one of the spots. There's 3 spots here in particular that you can get the key to Sector 5 if you so wish to go back. There we go, received the key item, key to Sector 5. So it is normal treasure and it is there. So wonderful. There you go. We got what we wanted. Eventually. Had to go through a couple of potions. And now we've got the key to Sector 5. You just have to keep trying. There we go. Now we can park the High Wind outside of Midgar. Why don't we return to this lovely place? We haven't been here in a while. That's funny. I dropped the key to this gate somewhere. Must have been on that excavation tour. And there's your hint of where to get that key. And you can head back in. Wow, look, beautiful church. Beautiful church. They're pretty. Hey, where's the flower lady? Sorry, kids. You can't go back that way, unfortunately. I kind of wish you could get the original camera angle again. Like if you walked further down, it would switch to the first one, so the flowers were more detailed. But you can go and talk to NPCs in Midgar, because they're sure to be getting the whispers of the meteor news, even though they can't see it. You can see the ominous sky through the cracks in the plate above on Sector 6. These folks went wobbling off somewhere. They said something about the reunion starting. Sounded almost like a chant. Wonder what the heck that meant. So there you go. This guy, R6, is no longer here. And Cloud was in that state for a while too. What's going on with the world? When it's all said and done, we're going to wind up dead. Yeah, that's right. But even so, where could we move to now? You've been talking like that for some time now. I don't know crap about crap, but I do know one thing. People are always going to need a good, strong weapon. Yes. It'd be nice if weapon vendors got new things. Sure is loud outside. Wonder what's happening. Of course, Elmira and Marlene are no longer here. So this is some prime real estate. Who's maintaining this house? You know, who's living here? And you can sleep here if you want. It is very strange because, like, this is such a beautiful place. I know that Midgar is obviously unsafe, so Elmira and Marlene leaving makes so much sense. But you'd think that they would lease out this beautiful home, you know? Gotta have that garden maintained somehow. Soldier? What about them? Damn, if they're really from Soldier, they should be doing something about all this. Yeah. Okay. Very good on TV there. To be a real man, you gotta not fart around, but let everyone know where you stand right off. So, now the kid and this guy have swapped positions in the house. They just take turns sharing a bed. And then this is very humorous. I'm not going to look up or down. From now on, I'm just going to look straight ahead. Maybe not. I'm just flapping my gums. Really wonder how things will turn out. It's just like my favorite little update with this NPC. It's so good. Is you first meet them and they're like, I'm always looking down at the ground. You never know what cool stuff you're going to find looking down at the ground. And then the Sector 7 plate falls. And it's like, yeah, from now on, I'm always looking up because you never know if something's going to fall down on you. And then it's like, it's literally just like, I'm not going to look up or down. From now on, I'm just going to go straight ahead. It's just such a funny little update to NPC dialogue for me, is like the things that go on in the world. Just changing her perspective. I'm just gonna look straight ahead. Got some useless stores here. Nothing. It's a weird delay lately in regards to talking to NPCs. We kind of have a bit of an awkward silence between us, and then they respond. And I just got together enough money to get out of this place. Now it doesn't matter where I go. See everybody trying to move out of Midgar, and then they're like, well, actually, it's all bad. And yes, we can take ourselves back to Wall Market, because that is still accessible. So we can walk through this amazingly short construction site, unlike Final Fantasy VII Remake's Expressway. To Aerith's favorite playground, now tragically destroyed. And we're at Wall Market. What's people at Wall Market thinking? They don't care. Please stay here. I'm pretty sure we can get some updates at Wall Market. Shinra here now. The Shinra have occupied this shop, so no more people hanging out outside. We will be coming back here eventually. Yeah, no, there we go. I can come back for it now. Yes, I was like, I think I can do this now. So we've got the Premium Heart, which I believe is for Tifa. Yeah. We have got our first ultimate weapon of the game. We have Tifa's ultimate weapon, the Premium Heart, which will give you full materia slots, but with no materia growth for 99 attack. So if you're not in the mood for grinding out your materia growth, just chuck that bad boy on. And to be honest, if I feel like doing some materia grinding I can easily do so. So you can definitely chuck on some things that you feel don't need to be leveled. Like your command materials and so on and so forth. But yeah, 99 damage for Premium Heart is very nice. Oh, so you're back. I got something good for you. Why don't you buy it? You probably just found it lying around somewhere, right? I'll admit that I found it, but you may never be able to get another one like it again. How about 129,000 gil for it? What kind of price is that? I do not have that money. So, the gun salesman has something for you. He won't tell you what, for a full 129,000 gil, which is very strange. That guy is still in the toilet from when you helped him out so long ago. I actually don't remember what the weapon store man is selling for 129k gil. So just taking a moment just to look up that item, you can purchase the Sneak Glove accessory, which improves your odds at stealing items. So it actually is quite useful. However, it comes in very, very late into the game. And there are some useful items that you can steal from bosses occasionally. And you can't get those unless you suffered through it earlier. But if you definitely want to steal some items from normal enemies, that helps out tremendously. We've been pretty broke most of the game because we haven't been doing enemy grinding to save up gil. We've only really grinded enough money for the bare minimum of buying stuff to progress, because basically you can just reach a point where you start mastering the all materia, and then you just start selling those for 1.4 million gil, and then you never have to worry about gil ever again. And it's always worth selling the all materia, at least one or two, because as soon as you master a materia, a new one is born anyway. So by the time you've mastered one or two all materias, you've probably mastered a few. So yeah, there you go. But that is the revisit to Midgar. You only get to go back to the Sector 5 and Sector 6 slums, sadly. That's the thing that I really love about Midgar and Final Fantasy VII Remake is you just get so much more of it, and that's always what I wanted. I always wanted more out of Midgar, so I'll always be happy that they made Midgar a full game. This is new, by the way. So since the emergence of the weapons, this big old crater here is a sign of Ultima weapons rampaging destruction. And if you actually fly around the world map, I'm not sure if it's at this time or a little bit later. I think you can find... I'm just trying to think about the correct timing. I know that at some point you will be able to find Ultima weapon literally just flying around the overworld, which is amazing. I just love that idea of like the weapons have been unleashed and Ultima is just going around attacking towns and flying around like crazy, and you can run into Ultima weapon and do battle with it quite a few times, and it will eventually reach a fixed location where you can defeat it once and for all. But it's like this roaming legendary Pokemon that you fight over and over and over again. It might be after our Underwater Reactor segment at Junon. Because I can't remember if it's just lingering around certain areas. There's like things that I'm aware of, but that it's just been a while. You can go up here to check out the North Crater, and you can see the big old... you can see the barrier that you cannot get into. That came buzzing past here like a powerhouse. You can obviously see that the meteor gets a little more intense in the sky when you get close to that. But yes, there's definitely no going back to the northern crater at this time, that's for sure. We obviously know that they're doing something with the huge materia in Rocket Town from our visit. But our main target is Junon, so we'll head there now. There's another one of those caves, similar to the one that we got the Quadra Magic from, except, as you can see this time, how the hell do we get there? I wonder. Maybe we'll have to do some chocobo breeding. Potentially. Could be fun. Let's cross the ocean. And land at Junon. Alright. I think we've got what we need with our group. They say Shinra's gathering huge materia from around the world and bringing it to Junon. Bringing it to Junon must mean they want to use their airplanes. I've noticed there's been a lot of Shinra ships recently. I think they're going to the Junon Underwater Reactor. Isn't Shinra trying to transport the reactor's huge materia? Interesting, if so. So more updated dialogue. Gonna go and check in with Priscilla, let her know that Cloud's alright. Who are you? Cloud! Stupid jerk, look how much you made me worry. Were you at the Lifestream? Yeah, that's right. You've got to be more careful, because you're gonna marry me one day. I don't know if they're gonna keep that one in the game. Obviously, Tifa can come here to talk to Priscilla like we did, to update her on what's going on, and then Cloud can also have a chat to her and let her know that we're okay. We haven't been to the Underwater Reactor before, but we have been very, very close. The Shinra's collecting huge materia at the Junon Underwater Reactor. When they're done, they'll bring it to this airport. Get out of here before you get in the way. What, me? I'm just going to be watching from here so that I don't get in their way either. After they get it, they'll take it to the airport that will transport it to Rocket Town by Galnica. Don't let your guard down. They've finally started collecting huge materia from the Junon Underwater Reactor. There you go. You're getting more than enough little hints and teasers about what's going on here and about where you need to go. You can see that these are the Galnica airships, and we get to see them in a lot higher quality in Rebirth at the beginning, which is very, very awesome. And they've also mentioned in this game that one was flying out and got sunk to the bottom of the ocean. Very interesting indeed. Gonna keep a note of that. Are they still practicing their special poses? No, they're not. It's all hands on deck now. I'm not sure if we get even more unique dialogue from our characters here, because I went here with... Oh no, it's all, you automatically get a little scene. Here you go. As you walk through. I may be mistaken, but doesn't it feel like we're missing something? So here it is. As you can see, you're like, didn't there used to be a giant fucking cannon? So what's really interesting here is every time you look on the world map, you can see that Junon still has the cannon attached. So the way that I see it, your team lands next to Junon, you go into the under Junon segment, and as you're going up into the upper section of Junon, at that exact moment, Shinra have finally detached the sister ray and taken it away. So that explains it leaving now. Doesn't it feel like we're missing something? I love that you get, whenever you get the moments in the game where it gives you the other perspective from the fixed camera angles and these pre-rendered backgrounds, and you can see that from here you can just see the ocean. Because me personally, I kind of forget that when you're walking through here, it just looks like you're like in a city or going on a road and there's buildings, but you forget that just off to Cloud's left here is just nothing but ocean. So it's really cool to get that. So we're going to want to go down here because this is the elevator to the underwater reactor. All right, let's see how hard you've trained. Attention, charge! Hey, that's the underwater reactor. Come back. There you go, and they've all charged off in the wrong direction. Now we can go in this lift. How about whoever stays alive gets to take her out? All right, you're on. But what if both of us? Whoa, don't even talk about that. All right, so here we go. We're making our way down to the underwater reactor. That 99 strength ultimate weapon of Tifa's coming in clutch. Oops, none of you get to ask her out. Oh, great. There went two perfectly good men. I love that. Now we can leave. Oh, I'm sleepy. For Junon! More Shinra soldiers. Ain't got nothing on us. We're getting into this reactor whether you want it or not. Can't go in here. This is not actually a room to go into. Yet. The dog will continue to guard it. But we can finally go this way because that Shinra soldier is no longer blocking the door. So we get some brand new hallways. And we get a save point. That's when you know it's about to get serious. As we walk out here, we get another familiar shot. Another giant tunnel elevator. So we're going even further down. And here we are. This is one of my favorite little backgrounds of the game. I love this one so much. You've got the schools of fish, you've got the dolphins flying around underwater, because that's what they do, they fly, they don't swim. My brain's screwed on tight today. The dolphin flying around in the air over there. No, but I really love this beautiful shot. The music is amazing. You see all like the pipelines on the seabed, and the concept of just like this tunnel going into an underwater reactor is amazing. I can't wait to see this sequence in Remake's graphics. It's going to be really amazing to see it, and probably get like some nice views of the outside of the reactor as well. And with this beautiful shot, an amazing pre-rendered background, this is where we're going to bring this episode of Final Fantasy VII to a close. Thank you so much for joining me today as we navigated Cloud's shattered subconscious, brought him back together again as our leader. Cloud and Tifa rejoin the party, and we have a brand new objective, the huge materia at the underwater reactor, and we'll get to it next time. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you then.